Hey kindergarten, I'm sorry this video is really late today. I guess you'll be seeing it in the morning. During the time that I usually make a video, my neighbor called me, or she lives on post. She doesn't really live next to me, but I still call her my neighbor because she's a really good friend. Anyway, her car wouldn't start, and so I had to go and help her jump her car. So basically, her car wouldn't start, so she needed help from the good battery in my car to get her car started. And it was good to see her, but that made our video a little late today. But I've got this book here called Spring. Today was the first day of spring. I love this day. What a beautiful day we had. The weather was great. Even though it was pretty windy, it was so warm. So I hope you got outside, but didn't get too close to anyone else. Just were able to go outside and maybe take a walk or something like that. So this book is called Spring, and it's going to explain how you know it's spring, how the earth knows that it's spring. It's called Spring, Signs of the Season Around North America. That's what kind of land we live on. It's called North America. The author is Valerie Gerard, and it's illustrated by Eric Thomas. So here we go. If you live in the desert, spring comes early to the desert with strong winds. Lizards and snakes stretch out on sun-warmed rocks. Scorpions and beetles scurry in the sand. New life is everywhere. And it's our favorite, you guys. It has a fun fact. Fun fact! The desert is mostly brown and dull green in the spring until the cactuses bloom. Many cactus flowers last only a few days. In the Appalachian Mountains, gentle rain and warm sunshine make flowers, trees, and bushes bloom. The noisy birds poke in the grass. They are looking for food to feed their babies. We get baby birds in the spring. We'll talk more about that later. In California, spring breezes blow in cool air from the ocean. The driftwood and seashells along the shore were left by winter storms. In spring, gray whales lead their babies north from California to their summer homes in Alaska. The whales leap out of the water and fall back in with a splash. I was able to go on a trip to Alaska one time, and I got to see a whole bunch of whales together. I saw two different kinds of whales. Oh, seeing whales was like one of the highlights of my life. It was so cool. So this is the Midwest. This is the part of the country that we live in. It's called the Midwest. Lightning bolts flash in the Midwestern sky, and rumbling thunder rattles the dishes. Rivers rush and roar. The water is high from all the rain and melting snow. Sometimes rivers flood. Fun fact! Hailstones are small balls of ice that fall from the sky during some thunderstorms. They can be as big as golf balls. So I'm sure you guys have seen hail before. It's like those balls of ice that come down. After a storm, the air smells clean. It's time to go outside. Children fly kites that dip and swoop in the sky. Birds circle and flutter behind the tractors as farmers plow the fields. The birds land and snatch up worms from the freshly turned soil. See the tiny green shoots poking up through the snow? In New England, crocuses are one of the first signs that spring is here. Soon the snow begins to melt. Better wear your rubber boots. Mud is everywhere. Get out your bicycle and go for a ride. People walk in the parks. They feed the ducks. Children run, climb, and slide at the playground. The sidewalks are spotted with shade from new leaves, and little by little, brown grass turns green. Now, I know we're not allowed on the playgrounds right now, but you can definitely still get on your bike and take a nice ride around on a day like today. Tomorrow, not so much, but next week it should look better. Spring comes last to northern Canada and Alaska. The days are getting very long. The nights are just a few hours long. Fun fact! Thick ice on lakes and rivers cracks and breaks as it melts, making a loud noise. Grizzly bears and other winter sleepers wake up hungry. Remember, if they slept through the winter, they were what? Hibernating, right? Ah. Beavers and wolves are busy caring for their young. We get lots of animal babies in spring. Lots and lots. So now you know what spring is like in different places around North America, what happens in spring where you live. And here's another fun fact. Fun fact, spring is a time for celebrating. Many people celebrate religious holidays like Easter. On Memorial Day, people in the United States remember soldiers who died in wars. Canadians have a holiday on Victoria Day, and Mexicans celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Maybe not as much as we think they do, but there's lots of celebrations to look forward to. I am very much looking forward to Easter and wondering what that's going to look like for us. But anyway, first day of spring, I hope it was lovely for you. I'd love to hear two things. I'd love to hear any signs of spring that you have been seeing lately, since our season has now officially changed. Also, just thinking about how I was out helping my friend start her car, could you all tell me something kind that you've done for someone else, even in your house or anything? I'd love to hear any signs of spring you saw, and I'd love to hear any kindness that you've done for anyone. So that's all for tonight. I'm sorry it's late. I'm sorry you won't see this till morning probably, but I miss you all and love you so much. Bye-bye.